T in the middle of a word is often, not always, pronounced as a light D sound, and D is a voiced sound. So this is continuous. We're waiting, because T is pronounced as a D in this specific case. So this would be all voiced, but then it would stop for the F sound because F is an unvoiced sound. And then or you, for you, continues with the voiced. We're waiting for you. So the only part where the voice stops there, we're waiting for you. It goes like that. That's the unvoiced sound right there, the F, the F. One thing that you may notice when you listen to native spoken English is that it flows. You may at first think, oh, that's speed. That native sound that I hear is just because it's fast. Actually, that's not the reason. You can hear that native sound when someone's speaking very slowly as well. Now, you may have heard me say this before, but the main reason for that natural flowing sound is, instead of being speed, connections between words, using the voice, not breaking the voice between words. One of the things that can make speech sound not native and disconnected is to break the voice between every word that you say. And now you can hear me speaking in a kind of broken, robotic sounding way that doesn't sound very good. Or I can talk like this, which is much more natural, even though it's not really faster. That's pretty cool, right? Now, it's important to know when to break your voice and when not to break your voice. So we're gonna go over to the board and explore this a little bit. Stop your voice, break your voice. What does that even mean? Well, let's consider the voice to be a kind of, let's call it a wave. And if you want to feel this, just put your fingers here and make a vibration in your throat. Okay, so let's make a wave. And then stop it. Think of it like that, right? You're making the vibration, and then it stops. Then you make the vibration again. And that's how you can think of it. Behind the words, you're doing this. You're stopping your voice or you're continuing your voice. And there may be two words here. This could be, for example, and I haven't broken my voice. We are. Okay, well, what would this one be? Maybe get back. Get, and then it stops. Back, and then it starts again. Okay, and then it stops again with the K sound. So there are certain sounds that will stop it, and that would be what we would call unvoiced sounds. So if you have unvoiced sounds, you're going to stop your voice. And if you have voiced sounds, you're going to carry the voice. Now, it gets more complicated, and that's why we're talking about it, okay? So, get, you hear the voice stop, back, hear the voice stop, miss, I there, miss, there's no voice going on there, right? Time at the beginning of the word, right? Sometimes the S, though, does make a voice sound. For example, this would be times. So the Z sound carries the voice. And it can feel a little awkward at first to get used to this idea. But if you're just speaking, put your hand there and kind of feel it, and you'll get a feel for it. And again, if you want to practice making your sound more natural and fluent, try to put sentences together that have as many continuous voiced sounds as possible. I'll explain exactly what I mean by that. So let's say this with me, all right? We're ready when you are. Now, listen carefully. Does my voice stop at any point when I say that? We're ready when you are. Not even once. Now, that's not extremely common because usually you'll have one or two sounds in there that are going to be unvoiced letters that will stop your voice. For example, we're waiting. Actually, this is a bad example, but let me use it anyway because I want to make another point. We're waiting for you. Okay. We're waiting for you. Now, when I was writing this down off the top of my head, I thought, oh, T, that stops. But then I realized as I was writing it down, actually no, because T in the middle of a word is often, not always, pronounced as a light D sound, and D is a voiced sound. So this is continuous. We're waiting, because T is pronounced as a D in this specific case. So this would be all voiced, but then it would stop for the F sound because F is an unvoiced sound. And then or you, for you, continues with the voiced. We're waiting for you. So the only part where the voice stops there, we're waiting for you. It goes like that. That's the unvoiced sound right there, the F. If this were pronounced as a T, then it would be we're waiting for you, like that, and the T would be there. In this case, as I said, the T is pronounced as a light D sound. Okay, but that's not the only thing. That's just a general sort of picture, something very useful to keep in mind. If you really want to get this, you have to know also when to stop your voice because of pauses or because of maybe an emotional emphasis or because of the structure of the sentence, right? So let's look at this one. If you notice here, we've always been ready, are you? If you notice, all of these are voiced, but does that mean we should say it like this? We've always been ready, are you? We've always been ready, are you? Somehow it doesn't sound right. So if you know how to do this, we're ready when you are, that's great. But you also need to know that if you always do it, it's going to be really weird. Usually, when a sentence ends, you have this intonation thing that happens where it goes, like that. We've always been ready. Notice it goes ready. It goes a little bit up. We've always been ready. And then down. And then it stops. And you're stopping not because there's an unvoiced sound, but because you need a little pause as a way to mark the sentence. You're kind of marking it in a way. And then it continues. Are you? Are you? We've always been ready. Are you? If you say we've always been ready, are you? It feels like an overdose of fluentness, right? It's weird and it's not good. Okay, now what about this one? Well, notice here there's a comma. Well, we can't see commas in speech, so you have to mark your commas with your voice, right? The voice is the thing that marks the commas. When you're ready, I'm ready. How does that sound? When you're ready, I'm ready. Well, ready, I'm ready. How does that sound? It's a little too much. It's not crazy, it's not wrong, but it's a little too much. When you're ready, I'm ready. When you're ready, I'm ready. So I think that sounds better. When you're ready, I'm ready. When you're ready, I'm ready. Sounds too continuous for me. Too natural? Can I say that? When you're ready, I'm ready. There's something more balanced about that, so I need to know when to stop my voice. Now, other times I would do this, and I don't want to go into too much depth here, but other times I would do this would be if I want to have emphasis. There I might pause between words. You know, I think we are not quite ready. So there I'm stopping strategically because I want to add some punch to what I'm saying. It's okay to stop for no reason other than I want to, because I think that helps me express myself better. You have to know how to do this. We're ready when you are, but you have to know when to pause, whether it's because a sentence is ending or there's a comma or you're pausing for dramatic effect or to convey how you feel. Regardless, this takes practice. So come up with your own sentences, and it doesn't have to be ones that only have continuous sounds, but ones at least that have some words that can continue, where the voice can continue through them. Practice those until it feels natural and automatic. If you do that, you're going to suddenly find you sound much more natural when you are speaking.